What if the secret to aging gracefully wasn't hidden in exotic supplements or early morning workouts, but quietly waiting at the dinner table, just a little earlier than you're used to? In much of the modern world, dinner comes late. The lights are bright, the portions are big. Families gather around televisions, not tables. And the last bite of the day often happens when the stars are already out. But in Japan, particularly among its elders, who age with striking vitality, dinner is different. It's quiet. It's warm. And it happens before sunset. Yes, long. Before most Westerners even begin thinking about cooking, many Japanese seniors have already finished their final meal. Plates have been cleaned, teacups set down. The evening begins not with food, but with rest, reflection, peace. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, one of Japan's most beloved physicians, who practiced medicine until the age of 100 and lived until 105, believed deeply in this rhythm. He taught that meals were meant to honor the body's natural cycles, that food should energize the day, not burden the night. That digestion, like everything in nature, follows the sun. He once said, "Eat with the sun, rest with the moon." That is how the body heals. In today's video, we'll explore why this habit of never eating after sunset is so common among Japan's longest living people. We'll explore how it affects metabolism, sleep, and inflammation. We'll see why this quiet custom isn't just a dietary choice, but a form of self-respect, a kind of gentle discipline that nourishes not only the body, but the spirit. And perhaps most importantly, I'll show you how you can begin this shift right now, without giving up the foods you love. Because sometimes, health isn't about doing more, it's about doing less at the right time. Let's begin. In traditional Japanese medicine, and increasingly in modern science, there's a fundamental understanding. The body is not a machine, it's a rhythm. Just like the ocean responds to the pull of the moon, your organs respond to light and darkness. As daylight fades, your body begins to shift. Hormones like melatonin begin to rise. The digestive fire weakens. And systems that were once focused on metabolizing food now prepare for repair, detoxification, and deep cellular maintenance. In the West, this rhythm is often ignored. We eat large dinners late at night, often hours after the sun has set, not realizing that our bodies are already turning inward, asking for rest. And when we eat late, we force our digestive system to stay active, like asking a tired worker to stay overtime, night after night. But in Japan, especially among elders in regions like Okinawa or Nagano, people honor this internal clock. Dinner is often served around 5 or 6 p.m. and always light. Warm miso soup, gently steamed vegetables, a small portion of rice. No heavy meats. No late-night desserts. No screens flickering in the background. Dr. Hinohara used to compare this to tending a garden. You don't flood a plant with water before sleep. You let it rest with light soil and soft moonlight. Modern studies now confirm what ancient wisdom long observed. Eating late disrupts the circadian rhythm, increasing blood sugar levels at night, reducing sleep quality, and contributing to weight gain and inflammation. In contrast, early dinners support better sleep, healthier metabolism, and clearer morning energy. So when the sun begins to dip below the horizon, think of it not just as the end of the day, but as your body's cue to slow down, to eat with intention, to nourish lightly, to end the day in harmony with your biology. In Japan, especially in the southern islands like Okinawa, known for having one of the highest concentrations of centenarians in the world, dinner is never rushed, but it's always early. It's a practice passed down through generations. Not as a strict rule, but as a quiet agreement with nature. Elders often gather before dusk, sometimes in small communal settings, to share a meal. There's no sense of urgency. The food is simple, warm, and nourishing. And the timing? always before the last light of day disappears behind the hills or the sea. This is more than habit. It's an ancestral rhythm rooted in necessity and later embraced as wisdom. Historically, in rural Japan, people relied on natural light to guide their routines. Farmers and fishermen began their day at sunrise and ended it as the sky darkened. Without modern lighting or refrigeration, cooking and eating had to be completed early. But over time, this necessity became culture and eventually became protection. Protection from what? From the slow erosion that late-night eating causes over the years. From sluggish digestion. From the kind of poor sleep that accelerates aging. From metabolic disturbances that can, over time, become disease. There's a phrase in Japanese that captures this restraint beautifully. Hara hachibu, which means eat until you're 80% full. It's practiced at every meal, but especially in the evening. Combined with early dining, this creates a powerful synergy. The body receives just enough nourishment at the right time and then is left in peace to restore itself. It's not about perfection. Elders in Okinawa still enjoy food. They laugh over bowls of rice and sip herbal teas under the fading sky. But they do so early and with intention. Imagine finishing dinner before 6 p.m., stepping outside for a quiet walk as the air cools, and then letting the body gently prepare for rest, without the heaviness of a late-night meal. This is their normal. And for many of them, it has been for nearly a century. These small, almost invisible decisions, when to eat, when to stop, add up quietly to decades of health. We often think of late dinners as harmless, a reward after a long day, a way to unwind. But what happens inside the body when we eat close to bedtime tells a different story, one that Japanese elders have been avoiding for generations. When you eat late, especially heavy or processed foods, digestion is forced to compete with the body's natural repair cycle. After sunset, your internal systems begin shifting from energy expenditure to cellular restoration. Your liver starts detoxifying. Your brain prepares for memory consolidation. Hormones like insulin and cortisol begin to lower. Every organ turns inward, but when food enters the stomach late at night, this process is interrupted. The digestive system, now weakened by circadian rhythms, has to stay active, metabolizing nutrients, managing blood sugar, and processing fats. It's like asking your body to run a marathon when it was already preparing for sleep. Multiple studies have confirmed the cost of this imbalance. Eating dinner late, especially after 8 p.m., is associated with higher blood sugar levels, reduced insulin sensitivity, increased fat storage, and poor quality sleep. Over time, this leads to chronic inflammation, weight gain, and greater risk of metabolic disorders like type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease. The Japanese understand this not just through science, but through feeling. Late meals are believed to burden the liver, a vital organ in both Western and Eastern medicine, responsible for detoxification and energy storage. In traditional Japanese practice, the liver is most active during the early night hours. Heavy meals during this time are seen as disruptive, blocking the smooth flow of key life energy and clouding the mind by morning. Dr. Hinohara used to say, when you eat late, your body cannot sleep, and when your body cannot sleep, it cannot heal. In contrast, Japanese elders who eat early and lightly report waking with more energy, less bloating, sharper minds, and a deeper sense of calm. You don't have to overhaul your diet overnight. Just try this. Finish your dinner 2 hours earlier than usual. Make it lighter. Skip dessert. Notice how you sleep, how you wake, how your body speaks to you the next day. The silence of the night is not meant to be filled with digestion. It's meant to be filled with restoration. In Japan, dinner isn't just a meal, it's a gesture of care, a soft closing to the day. And when it comes to what's served, The philosophy is clear, light, warm, and easy to digest. Step into the home of a Japanese elder around 5:30 p.m. and you won't see sizzling steaks or creamy pastas. Instead, the table is set with intention. A bowl of steaming miso soup, rich in fermented enzymes and soothing for the stomach. A small serving of brown or white rice, grounding and gentle. Pickled vegetables, which aid digestion. Perhaps a piece of grilled fish or tofu, prepared simply and mindfully. This isn't just tradition. It's nourishment aligned with biology. Warm foods help relax the digestive tract. Fermented foods introduce beneficial bacteria. Small portions signal satisfaction without strain. And every element respects the night, honoring the body's shift from action to restoration. There's also a spiritual layer to this simplicity. In Japanese culture, there's a concept called matane, a sense of gratitude and respect for what we consume. Food is not rushed. Nothing is wasted. Eating becomes an act of mindfulness, not mere routine. Compare this to a typical Western dinner, eaten quickly, often while distracted, and frequently followed by snacks well into the night. The difference isn't just what's on the plate. It's how and when and why we eat. Dr. Hinohara encouraged his patients to treat dinner as a way to wind down, not fuel up. A chance to listen to the body's needs, not override them. He once shared that his own evening meal was just enough to feel calm, never heavy. And he credited this rhythm, day after day, year after year, as a key to his long life. If you'd like to try this approach yourself, start small. Prepare a warm bowl of miso broth with a handful of soft vegetables. Add tofu or rice if you'd like. Eat slowly, no screens. Just light conversation or quiet music. Then stop. Let your body digest with dignity. You may find that the benefits aren't just physical. You sleep deeper. You rise clearer. You feel lighter. Because sometimes longevity begins with a single simple change. Serve before the stars come out. When you begin to eat like the elders of Japan, not just what they eat, but when they eat, something unexpected happens. At first, the change feels subtle. You sleep a little deeper. You wake up a bit clearer. The heaviness you thought was normal begins to lift. That afternoon fog, it fades. That bloated feeling after dinner, it's gone. Instead, you feel steady, calm, present in your own body. And the most remarkable part? You didn't count calories. You didn't buy supplements. You simply returned to rhythm. Many people who adopt early, lighter dinners report feeling as if their body finally gets a chance to exhale. Because for so long, it's been stuck in constant digestion, never fully resting, never fully healing. Your liver begins working more efficiently. Your insulin response becomes more stable. And your body taps into its natural ability to regulate, wait and restore itself, especially overnight. This mirrors the Japanese belief that health doesn't come from force, but from flow. When you stop eating before sunset, you honor the body's intelligence. You give it space. And in return, it begins to repair. Like a quiet garden recovering in the cool of night. And yes, even emotional patterns begin to shift. Late night eating often masks anxiety, boredom, loneliness. But when you no longer rely on food to carry you through the night, you begin to rediscover other forms of comfort. A walk at dusk, a bath, a call with someone you love, a book instead of a snack. This is what Japanese elders have known all along. That food isn't just fuel, it's timing. That how and when you eat shapes not just your body, but your life. So if you try this for 1 week, one small change, don't just watch the scale. Watch your mood, your sleep, your clarity. That's where the real transformation lives. The elders of Japan never rushed their meals, and they never ate in the dark. For them, food wasn't just about nutrients, it was a rhythm, a way of living in sync with the sun, the body, and the heart. They didn't need modern trackers or strict diets. They simply followed a rule passed down quietly, generation after generation. Eat early, eat light, eat with peace. And now you've seen why. Because when you honor this rhythm, your body responds not with noise, but with relief. You sleep better, wake clearer, breathe deeper, and you begin to feel something rare in our modern world. Balance. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara believed that healing didn't start in hospitals. It started at home, with small, consistent choices made with care. He once said, "When you treat your body with kindness, it remembers." So here's your invitation. Tonight, finish dinner before sunset. Make it warm, make it light, make it enough. And then listen to the silence your body has been waiting for. If this message spoke to you, let it echo. Comment below, "Evenings of Peace." Let this be the beginning of your own rhythm of healing. And if you want to keep walking this quiet path of wisdom, subscribe to the channel. Every week, you'll find new ways to live longer and softer with the guidance of timeless Japanese traditions. You don't need to do more. You just need to return to what your body already knows. Health lives in simplicity.